Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and tonight I got a pretty cool show for you guys tonight. I've got a guy on. We're going to talk a little bit about, he had a field years ago, and it was 100-story building. It was just so cool, man. It was like 4 stories, and you go up, each story was a different type of a thing, man. It was about as wild as you could get. Absolutely loved it. And we're going to talk a little bit to him tonight, Mr. Dave Rudick. And we got Paul Farrell. What's going on, brother? And Caesar Pizzol. Caesar, you should have watched a couple of weeks ago. I actually wore one of your shirts a couple of weeks ago. Caesar has Ultra Silk, a terrific product. Bud Orr and myself and a lot of the band guys, Caesar's worked on our markers and stuff like that. And when I say they hum like a sewing machine, I'm not exaggerating at all. Them babies absolutely rock. Very, very cool. Anthony, how you doing this evening, my friend? Right on. Anthony Mendoza. Anthony, I got to have you jump on my show sometime. I would like to talk straight up with you. Talk some paintball. I'm going to give you an invite to come on my show so we can talk paintball. Maybe I'll bring this guy on with us too. This is a crazy guy. I absolutely love this guy. He's like a brother. We call him Howdy because I can't pronounce his last name worth a darn. James McGaw, Howdy. So anyhow, he's a terrific guy. Absolutely love it. And anytime, okay. You know what, Anthony? After the show, get in touch with me. I put some people off this week because I kind of swapped some shows around for something I wanted to do tonight. But I would like to put you on next week. So Anthony will get you lined up with a couple other guys, and I will bring you on. And I am looking forward to sitting and talking paintball with you, my friend. I think it'll be very cool. Anytime I'm ready. Oh, I love it. All right. Well, you're going to be on, my friend. And like I say, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I've got Dave, Paintball Dave is what we call him, Dave Rudick on tonight, along with my older brother, my big brother, Mr. Bud Orr. One of the probably the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet in paintball. Probably next to me. Okay, so Bud's like the second nicest, but I still love him. Anyhow, yeah, I know. Now I'm going to get all this hate mail. Oh, Bud's number one. Okay, so Bud's number one. I'll go with it. Okay. No hate mail. I got a few things I want to go ahead and mention here. And Anthony, I'm definitely looking forward to talking with you when you come on. It's going to be pretty cool. Maybe we'll put Paul Farrell on too. Paul's, I don't even know how to explain Paul. Paul is one of them guys that I just absolutely really, really think a lot of. Terrific person, really is. Anyhow, a couple things I want to mention here. I got the WCPL is coming up, and it's going to be August 10th and 11th, and it's up at Shooters All Season Paintball up in Nicholas, California. It's about, it's real close. It's probably 15 minutes from the Sacramento airport, and it's pretty good. I cannot wait to do it. We got 9 teams coming. I got so far. We still got them signing up. They're coming from Southern California and stuff. So it should be pretty cool. I'm absolutely looking forward to doing it. And then I want to mention Damon Fowler. He has Gator Melee, and Damon's a good friend of mine. Terrific product. He has a neck protector and all kinds of protectors now. Kind of hangs all over you. And it's pretty cool. It looks like kind of like the knights of the old days, with the chains and everything like that. Very, very cool. And it works very, very good. Believe me, it'll protect your neck and whatever else you're wearing on it. Yeah. Like James says right here, howdy. Excellent product. You're absolutely right, brother. Absolutely is. And anyhow, he has what he called is Area 51. And it's going to be August 3rd and 4th. And it's in Outdoor Extreme. And that's in upstate New York. I don't know exactly where it is, so that I'll apologize on. But, if Damien's hooked up with them, it's got to be good. Really does. So let me give my shout outs because I am really, really biting at the bit. Oh, here we go. This is one of the guys right here. I've had him on a few times, and I'm going to have him on a gazillion more times because Noah is, first of all, very good for paintball. Him and his buddy Max, they have those paintball guys, and they are absolutely terrific, terrific youngsters. They're very good for our sport, and they do an awful lot of things that they work very hard. As a lot of us are getting older. It sucks, but everybody gets older. It's just kind of how it works. And these guys are a couple of guys I'm really looking forward to passing the torch to and having them carry on paintball because they're all about building a sport of paintball, and that's something that I absolutely love. And we've got Jennifer Montresor. Speaking of people building paintball, we got Jennifer Montresor watching tonight. My wife and I love that lady. She is, and her husband Frank's a kick in the pants. He really is. We love hanging with these guys. I'm hoping that she's going to be in St. Louis so I can give her a big hug. Looking forward to that. So I'm getting my shout outs real quick here. I start every week with Tim Schloss. Tim Schloss has Gateway Paintball, and he has the last of the WCPL tournaments, and it's going to be in October. Like I said, mine's in August. This is in October. I got to tell you, last year it was a hoot. There was so many cool people there. It was all right. Yes, St. Louis. Jennifer, you just made me happy. Yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to that hug now, man. I'll be dreaming about that for a couple of months now. So can't wait. Can't wait. Tell Frank to turn his back. Big hug coming up for Fred. Okay. Anyhow, Tim Schloss, he's got the Gateway Paintball, and it's a terrific field. And last year, WCPL was so much fun. We had, so many celebrities showed up for that. And it was just such a great time because to me, everybody goes to a tournament and everybody wants to win. What I consider my win now at my age and playing with the guys I get to play with, the win is showing up and having all these people there and hanging out with them. That is the win. Hey, what's going on, Paul? Paul's going to be on my show here pretty soon. As soon as we can figure out a time, we're going to throw him up here. And like I say, I want to start putting people on my show that haven't had a chance to be on yet. I'm all about bringing people together and building paintball. And Paul seems like a great guy, and I cannot wait to talk to him face to face. So you're going to want to be looking forward to this. It should be pretty cool. Anyhow, Tim Schloss has tiger stripe camouflage back in the day, and he has it again, and it's at Social Paintball. It's probably the best camo out there. I just absolutely love it. Then I got to mention Dan and John Colby. Dan and John Colby, they have Immortal Air now. They had Air America back in the day. I've been sponsored by these guys for almost 40 years. It's just crazy how long we've been together. And, they have some of the best products in the world. They really, really work hard at what they do. And then Bud Orr. Now, I got Bud on tonight, so I'm not going to talk a whole bunch about Bud. Now, Dave and I'll talk about him, because the more we talk about him, the redder he gets, because I really like building that guy up because he is a great guy. But he blushes easy. I love it. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, we had him looking like a tomato. Just a lot of good things about the guy. He's done so much for paintball over the years. And we'll talk a little bit about it. But I got to mention Bud Orr. And then Tom K. Tom K was Airgun Designs, was my sponsor for many, many years with the Automag. Absolutely loved it. Rainey and Juvie Boucher, love those too. They had paintball news back in the day. And every 2 times a month, you could go out to any field and pick up a paintball news. It didn't cost you a penny, but it told you what was going on, what was coming up. It had a map of all the fields back then because you got to realize back then there wasn't like a gazillion fields like there is now. There were very few and far between. And what they did for paintball is phenomenal. It really, really is phenomenal. And I love them. Randy Camilla, he was editor for APG back in the day. Jerry Brown was the editor for Paintball Sports back in the day. And he has a field out in Newburgh, New York, Paintball Sports, which is one of the oldest woods ball field, I think, ever out there. And then Ross Alexander had Line SI. I still have my original Bushmaster, a terrific marker. That's back when everything was pump. Teams were 15-man. Games were 45 minutes long. It was a different era. Absolutely love it. Oh, here's another band guy watching. Ian, yeah, boy, Ian, we're sure hoping that you can make it to St. Louis. We're loving it. We want to see you, your young legs, everything about it would be great. Tommy Cole's playing with us in St. Louis, too. Tommy Cole's one of the newest band members, so he'll also be out there. Then I got to say hi to Gino. I say hi to Gino every week because he does an awful lot of things behind the scenes for paintball. And I also got to say hi to Jim Lively. Jim Lively, a longtime friend of mine. He came out here for Aaron Carter's memorial. We kind of hung out down there at SC Village. Had a good time. But, back in the day, there was 2 tournaments he wanted to do. Jim Lively's Masters, Jerry Braun's World Cup. Very, very cool. Lots of fun. Then I say hi to my 2 youngsters, my young guns, Mark Gong Jr. and Jaden Gong. 2 terrific kids, along with their parents, Mark Gong and his wife, Lily. And I see we got Jacob Easter on here. Oh, say on the road, but trying to tune in. Love it. Right on, Jacob. I appreciate that very much. Been on the road quite a bit, man. You're starting to kind of remind me of me back in the day. I was never home. I was always on the road. So it's fun, but it gets a little trying sometimes. And I understand Jacob and the Toxic Teddies are going to be doing the reffing at the St. Louis Classic. Tim Schloss is there, so I'm looking forward to that. It's always fun to go do a tournament when you got first class refs. Not to down any refs because until you refed, you can't appreciate it. You want to talk about a job that sucks, unappreciated. The only people who really love you if you're a ref are the first 3 place teams, first, second, third. They all think the refs were great, but it's not an easy job. So, hey, what's going on? Brian, Chad. Another guy, Brian, get a hold of me too. A few of you guys I want to put on my show and, give you a chance. We sit and talk paintball. Man, I love talking paintball. I love talking paintball with new people. I think it's absolutely great, And you get all this lip service people. Oh, I want to build paintball. I want to build paintball. Well, to build paintball, you got to bring people together. You gotta spread the word out there. Period. And each time I have a new guest on, it's really a trip. I ask them. I go, how'd you get started in paintball? And you get all these such cool stories about how they got going in paintball and how they did this and how they did that. And I mean, I absolutely love it. And so do my listeners. They absolutely love it too. And I think it's about as cool as you can get. Well, here you go, Jacob. I have a hard time right now. I got a big TV right there, but I've had some eye problems here for the past few weeks, and they're getting better. But I got a solution in my eyes, and things kind of get blurry. So, kind of sucks, but I'm fighting through it, and it is all right. And Brian said he's going to come on. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you get a hold of me afterwards, and we'll get this set up. And I got a couple other guys I want to put on too that you might not even know. We'll all get together. We'll talk paintball, and then boom, what happens? We all know each other afterwards. And like I always say, individually we can all do something for paintball. We all work together collectively. We can do a lot for paintball. And I'm going to bring out a couple guys right now that have done an awful lot for paintball over the years. Bud and I, we're going, this is our 40th year in paintball along with SC Village. And in September, we're going to go down there and it's going to be like the 40-year anniversary for SACCON Village, SC Village, Bud and myself. And we're going down for the Decay of Nations. And that should be a riot. And we're trying to make that one of the biggest Decay of Nations ever. So if you get a chance in September, come down to SC Village down there, and I'm going to tell you, it's in Corona, California. I'm going to tell you, you will be amazed, first of all, at the field. You will be amazed how everything is structured and how they handle it, and you will have a great, great time. I promise you. All right, so let me start real quick by bringing out my older brother, my buddy, a guy that to say I love to hang around with him, love is kind of a mild word. There's got to be something even better than love. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Budor.
Hi, everybody.
Are you-
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, God, I love having you on. It, the only thing is you look better than I do. That's the only part that's tough. But, I'm learning to live with that. I'm learning to live with that. So,
That's
Bud, we got a great guy on tonight. We got a guy that's been in paintball for a long, long time. Here, Paul Farrell saying hi to you.
Hi, Paul.
That's a great guy, huh? We got to have Paul back on. We got to bring Paul on, and you and me shoot the breeze with him about paintball. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
I agree.
He got a lot of history. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I love the people with history, and I love the newbies too. There's a place for all of us.
yep, yep, exactly. You know,
And we got Kevin Mack watching, and Kevin's going to play in St. Louis on the band, so he's going to. I'm letting him guest on the band, and we're going to keep an eye on this guy because he's a pretty good guy. So I'm.
yeah, he is.
He is. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Absolutely. Well, what do you say we bring out a guy that I've been looking to have on for a while? A guy that's also a band member, a guy that's also in the Paintball Hall of Fame, a guy that's just a terrific person. And please, everybody, welcome. I call him Dave. Everybody calls him Paintball Dave. So we'll go with Paintball Dave. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Dave Ruddick. What's going on,
Hey,
Dave?
Hey, Dave.
hi everybody.
Hi. Oh,
Glad you're
nice
Uh,
on,
shirt.
brother. Glad you're on.
I love being on.
Cool.
Huh?
Does that say Paintball Dave shirt?
It's a Paintball Dave shirt. It's a repop
Wow, I love it.
established in 1988.
Oh
Wow,
wow.
I love it. You're not just wearing that to remember who you are, though, right?
You know, you probably never saw me without one, Fred, back in the day.
I love it. I think you just answered that question.
Yeah,
I love it.
honestly.
Dave. You started your field. You say in 1988.
Yes.
Okay, when
September
did
of
you start
88.
playing? When did you start playing? And it had to be before you started your field.
Okay, I started in February of 88. I shot my first paintball at a guy. And it was February, and we were watching the Olympics, and they showed a guy from California playing paintball indoors, and I was like, "Wow, that's the coolest thing I ever heard of. I want to go do that." Well, there wasn't anywhere to go do it, and so I couldn't even find equipment or anything. I ended up getting a gun, and it was a PGP. And I called Sheridan and I said, "Hey, where can I go do this?" And they said, "We don't have anything to do with it. You have to call Jeff Perlmutter."
Yep.
Yeah. And anyway, I'll make a long, long story shorter. Um, I flew to New York to go see what this was all about. And my dad
Wow.
had an abandoned building just sitting around, just abandoned. And voila, I shot my first guy. I was like, wow, this is cool. People in Milwaukee are going to love this. Shooting at people. It was just, you know, it was just the best, man. You knew your
There you
heart
go.
worked, you know. Everybody watching the show knows how it was.
Absolutely.
And so we came back, and back in 88, I bought top of the line equipment, PGPs, put speed loaders on them.
And
And
that was it.
yeah,
And that
man.
was it.
Yeah.
Wow, how cool!
Yeah.
We got Wes Wong watching right now. You probably remember Wes from back in the days. Bud and him,
Yeah,
they
know
go
him
way back.
well.
Great
Yes.
Wes,
guy, isn't he?
oh, he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
You know,
One thing
done a lot for paintball. Done a
yeah,
lot for
oh,
paintball.
absolutely. One thing I really liked was, when Aaron Carter passed away, he kind of took the handle of getting people together to come down there and do the memorial and everything for him. Wes is a great guy. He really is. I'm going to
Yeah.
drag him on his show sometime. I tried to do it, but he goes, "Oh, I'd love to, but I'm on my way to Texas, and I'm not very well equipped to do stuff. You know, all you need is a phone,
Yeah,
and we'll make it happen."
it's pretty easy now.
Well, yes and no. You know, I'm on my regular page right now, Dave, because what happened was on April 22nd. I have Mr. Fred and Friends. I have my Flagpole Productions, and they stopped letting groups go on. I can get on right now with my regular page, and I've had other people that are trying to give me a hand to get me hooked back up so I can put Flagpole Productions back on. But I've been doing pretty good just with the regular page, man. People call me, even days after the show, going, "Hey, I just got to watch it. It was great. Had a good
Hmm.
time watching it." So eventually, I'll get it back on. But right now, I'm on my personal page, and
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just, I'm not that good with this stuff. Yeah, that's an understatement, on Bud.
and I'm just. But if I
No,
remember, he was pretty
I'm
good
under
at
you on
paintball.
that statement. Yeah, no, I'm worse than you are. So
What were you saying, Dave?
I said, if I remember, you were pretty good at paintball. So,
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely loved it.
mm,
I got to tell you, years ago, when I first met Dave, people told me about it. They go, "He's got a field in a big building," and I'm like, "What?" They go, "Yeah, it's got different levels." So I was privileged enough to go to Milwaukee to check this out, and I got to tell you, I was amazed. Plus, I got to ride in the old elevator to go up to the different. I mean, it was absolutely terrific. What was it, like 4 floors
it
altogether?
was it was 4 floors and a basement.
That's it. Because I know you had
Yeah,
the store and your office and everything. Was that in the
right.
basement, or
Now
was
that
that?
was on the first
There
floor.
you go.
The
Yep.
store and the offices and check in and fill out the waivers. And the second floor was repair, maintenance, and all of outside. The whole outside field was up there, stored away. And then you went to the third floor, and that was Western World. And it had kind of a street facade down each side,
Yeah.
buildings and doorways, and then you went all the way to the very top, and that was called the Castle Field, and that consisted of 55-gallon barrels. Um, Very speedball like before we knew it,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
And
I
that's where
got.
you would start playing. You'd start playing on that 55-gallon barrel field, and we kind of sat up in this little booth looking over you, judging and making sure you died when you got shot.
Yeah. When you took me up there, I was blown away. I really was, because there was indoor fields out here, but none that were 4 stories tall. It was that was just absolutely crazy. And I remember the lights. You had different lights and stuff in them. The shading. It was just absolutely so cool. So how long did you run that, Dave?
Wow, for forever.
Okay, so then
No,
basically a long
it we
time.
went we ran till about 6 years ago, and right
Wow,
before COVID.
from '88.
Where Yeah, right before COVID. And the reason we got to do that, it really was kind of a I'm just a yeah, I'm the luckiest guy you'll ever meet. And here's why. My dad had a building right next door, a trophy shop, and he was very successful. And next door was this old abandoned warehouse, which became Paintball Dave's. And he let us move in, do the whole paintball thing. People never knew this. We never paid for anything. It was just free property for us.
That is
And
so cool.
yeah, and that would never have happened without my dad. Although we made some good dough there were also some winters that, man, oh man, $6,000 heat bills. Wow, you had to sell a lot of paintballs.
Yeah, wow.
Huh?
I never thought about that part of it. Wow.
Yeah.
Eric Towns watching. What's going on, Eric? Yeah, I never thought
Mhm.
about that in the wintertime because it gets a little chilly in Milwaukee because I'm from Wisconsin originally. I was born there.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, I was born in Wisconsin Rapids. Then I lived in Baraboo, and then I lived in Madison for a while. Don't remember much about Madison because it was
Yeah.
in my teen years. Um, but yeah, it was pretty cold. We used to call summer 3 months of bad sledding,
Right.
because once I got out to California when I got out of the Navy, and I'm like, wow, man. I mean, we're in the middle of winter and it was still like 60 degrees out here, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't go back. I got to stay here, and that was it. And then now we got poor Bud. What is it down there today, Bud?
105.
Oh
100.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Bud.
Yeah, it's been toasty up here. Today is the first day we finally got down in the 80s, but it's been up close
Wow.
to 100. It's just been, it sucked.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
Matt
looking
Jones
at
watching.
Well, we have had wonderful weather that way, but we've had lots of rain, and right now, where my other property is flooded. Yeah, there's four
Really?
feet of water on. You step off my porch, you're in 4 feet of water.
Well, you got a boat, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, we've been there a couple times. The other day, I took all my grandkids on the boat, and we crashed through the woods in the mud motor, and we went to down to the trailer, and
Really?
it wouldn't have believed it, man. The kids thought we were on a jungle safari. It was the coolest thing I've done in a long time. Yeah,
I
the
love
kids
it,
just loved
man.
it. And we're
See,
so now Tony's screaming at me, here comes a tree, here comes a tree, stop, stop. And I said, Tony, there are no brakes in a boat. And my grandkids thought that was the funniest thing I had ever said to my wife in my whole life. They were crying. They were, oh gosh. It was
ah,
just the greatest time. And
I
now
love it.
it seems like an adventure, but really we're in like 3 feet of water.
Yeah.
You get out, it's waist deep, and,
Yeah,
you
but when
know,
you're young, everything's an
oh,
adventure,
are
you
you
know?
kidding? They had no idea that it
Yeah.
was, it was great. It
Hey,
was like playing paintball.
we got Zach Armbuckle watching now. Zach's up there in Wisconsin too.
Oh yeah, he's a
Yeah.
neighbor almost.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's a great guy. I've talked to Zach, I've had him on his show. He's a kick in the pants, he's kind of like you are,
Yeah,
you know.
he's a young guy.
Well, that's what
Um,
I meant when you were younger, he was like you. So so yeah, he's a good guy. And then we also got Cliff Meyer. I don't know if you know Cliff, Dave, but Cliff is a great guy. Cliff Meyer's up in Canada, and that's where he's watching us from. But he does a lot. He dresses up like a wizard and a knight, and I swear to God, this guy looks like a real wizard and a real knight. And he goes to children's hospitals, and he just does all kinds of guys. He's the kind of person that you definitely want to know. He's
yes,
really good.
I think that I follow him online.
Oh, you ever see some of his costumes?
Yes.
Oh, so cool.
Hmm? Yeah. Well,
Cliff up there?
Tony's all about that. That's why we do this paintball stuff, because we all get to dress up in our costumes, and
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Oh, very cool.
it brings out the man in us,
I'm going to write that down because, people tease
right?
me about that. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. And we
Huh?
got Ryan Courtney. Here we go.
I wear the same stuff every time I play.
Yeah, I know you do. I know
I
you
got
do.
my. Well, you don't ever see me, but
Well, yeah, them underwear got to be getting crusty, though.
huh?
So, yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, I got you.
Uh-huh.
See, we wanted to see a Navy photo of you. Had no idea you were in the Navy. You know what? I got a Navy photo of me. Actually, my daughter put it online on Father's Day a couple years ago. I was like 138 pounds, something like that. So, yeah, I wasn't nowhere. As a matter of fact, I look like I swallowed another guy now, like a
Mhm.
Ninja Turtle with his shell on backwards. But I'm actually I'm actually losing some weight now too, so I am getting better. I think the heat's doing it. Yeah, that'll do it, huh, bud? Get
Oh
out there.
yeah, yeah, definitely
Hey,
do that.
how are you coming on that truck? Not
No.
change the subject, but Bud's been working. Bud works on other people's stuff all the time. He's like me. We work on other people's stuff, and then our crap falls apart. So, but he's been rewiring a truck for a guy. How's that going?
The back's done. I started underneath the dash, redoing that. He bought a wiring loom, and I worked with that today. I'm just going to start from scratch. I'm better at starting from scratch because they don't do it like I do. It
Yeah, and
just
some of those harnesses, they're just. I think doing it from scratch is actually faster, believe it or not.
oh, it
Right.
is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Especially once you have a problem, then there you go.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no.
Okay, now, Bud, when I was by you last time, your daughter had her truck in there that she was working on.
Oh, my granddaughter.
Yes, is she still working on that?
Oh yeah, she about 2 or 3 weeks after you left, she went back to South Carolina and grabbed her trailer, it's a mobile home, and drove it out here. First time she ever towed a trailer, and she drove it out here with my son, and she's living in the back, where the shop is. Well, that motorhome was back there. She's backed up in front of that, and
Oh,
she
very
just
cool.
went. She just went to Ireland a week ago today, yesterday, and her husband died, and
Yeah,
she went back there to. That's where they were going to go on her honeymoon. So they, and he passed away, and then she took all of his ashes back there, and this one area where they're going to go on their honeymoon, and she hired a guy to make something like a big rocket, and you go up in the air and explode, and that's what he wanted. And he sent it up in the air about 500 feet and blew it up, and that's where his ashes went. So
wow, how cool.
yeah, she's
Hey,
we got the motor in it all done, and we just got to basically got it. I got to do the exhaust system and wire it, and then she'll start putting the fenders and stuff on. So
very
um,
cool. I
So
could ask
proud of
Dave.
her.
Yep. Dave, do you know, have you ever heard of Noah Herrick? Have you ever met him?
Gosh, Fred, I don't have a memory like I used to. Not that I ever had a good one.
And you
And
are who?
so,
No, no.
you meet so many people, Fred, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know the feeling
I,
there. Take my word for it.
and every girl I ever knew was sweetheart for 2 or 3 days.
They still are for me.
And
So,
so I remember everybody's faces. And when I'm
mm,
standing at it, and this is the funny part, is I can be standing at an event now chatting, and all of a sudden I can look at somebody and go, I remember chatting with you 30 years ago, and so on. It ended up being Tank.
really?
Yeah. And 30 years ago at a IAO, the VM 68s were brand new, and he
Yeah.
had one, and it was the valve was leaking. And he came
Wow.
to me and said, "Do you know anything about it?" And I knew everything there was to know. And I said, "But I don't have parts or anything." So what we did is we took it apart. We took the valve, and I heated the valve with a lighter, and then I pushed it over the face of the valve, and it seated, and it held air, and he went back to killing guys. Man, I was his hero.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we
I
just
want
bumped into each other at so many years later.
Tank's a great, great guy. He had the jelly
Yeah, he
ball
is.
thing too.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, one thing, yeah, if you get a chance, Noah Herrick, though, if you get a chance online, friend him. He's a kid from Southern California, and him and his partner Max, they have a company they're going called Those Paintball Guys. And I've had him on the show a few times, and I'll have him on a bunch more times, Dave. Bud knows him.
Yeah.
He's just an absolutely terrific kid. And, I'd like to bring you guys together because you have a lot of knowledge, and this kid is really a good kid. If you get a chance, his name is Noah Harris. So if you
Yeah.
Well,
get a chance,
he
you're going to want to
wants to
friend him.
learn. He
Yeah,
wants to
he wants to
learn.
learn big time. He's great.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I guess Tank,
Yeah.
Ryan Courtney said Tank is on now. So Tank must be watching us. All
Yeah.
right. Oh, and we're sitting there praising him. Now, I hope your head doesn't swell on you, Tank. Yeah.
Right.
Tank's a great guy. Yeah. The Jelly Ball, just, you know what's good about Tank
Well,
and what's good about these people? Hey, here you go. Noah says, "What's up, Paintball Dave?" Yeah.
yeah, man.
Noah, his name is Dave Rudick. If you get a chance, send him a
Right.
friend request. And hopefully Dave, Dave's a little snooty, but he might accept it, and you'll both be
Hmm.
better off knowing each other. Take my word for it. It'll be a mutual friendship without a doubt. Now, real quick,
Awesome.
the VM 68. First of all, that was my first semi-automatic. When I
Yeah.
first got it, I thought I was going to have to put wheels on it because it was not the lightest marker I'd ever had. But
Right.
how I got it was Jeff Promoter sponsored me back then, RP Shira, yada yada. Anyhow, and
Right. I
Jeff
knew.
calls me up. Yeah. And Jeff calls me up and he goes, Fred, he goes, I got a guy here that's putting out an air system, and he says it's going to be phenomenal. And I go, an air system? He goes, yeah, it's compressed air, not CO2. So I'm like, well, but how do I fill it? Do I go to a gas station? What are you talking about? And he goes, no, you get a scuba tank and fill it from a scuba tank. He goes, I'll send you a fitting. You put the fitting on, you get the scuba tank, and then you can fill it. And he says, I'm going to send you a VM68, and I'm going to send you one of these air systems. So anyhow, they sent it. I shot remote then, so because I got the original air system, it weighed more than the VM68. So anyhow, so I take and I go up to a tournament up in Oregon, and we won the tournament up there, and it was cold out, and the guys with CO2 were shooting, and the balls you could watch them dropping because they were freezing up, and
Right.
these balls just kept flying, and everybody was going crazy over this thing. That was my very first semi-automatic was a VM68. And
Yeah.
Cliff Meyer, or I think Cliff Meyer was saying that, yeah, he says he loved his VM68. So I guess they loved him up in Canada too.
Yep.
Right.
That
Well,
was a
there
hit.
was only two semis. There was the VM
Yep,
and then the 68 special.
yep,
And they
absolutely
really
right.
only they really were around for only about 9 months, I think, before everything else came out.
Yeah, but
And so you
that
had
that
to have you either had one or the other for that handful of that one summer.
yeah, you almost felt like you were cheating when because I was the only guy they had a semi-automatic up there, and
Right.
I'm standing out in the open shooting people because they couldn't reach me. I mean, because
Right.
it was too cold. So like, oh my god, oh
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
check this out. Anybody know this old guy?
Not as old as
Andy,
you.
what do you say,
Hey, it
Andy?
was nice having you on, Andy.
Hmm?
You know what? Bud and I don't take them old jokes well. How you doing,
Bud's
brother?
not old.
Oh, he isn't. You're absolutely right. I hang around with him. He's a babe magnet. Wherever he
That's
goes,
true.
the babes just swoop to him.
True.
Man, I try to find out what kind of cologne he's using, all this other crap, but he doesn't get off it. He doesn't tell me what's happening. So it's got to be his looks. So how you doing?
I'm tired. This
Tired?
is a long
Yeah,
day.
yeah. You just went through a real good Ellie Remember Foundation fundraiser you did up there. I seen you guys had the punishers there.
Oh yeah.
It looked like a great time, and it looked like it went really, really well for you guys.
Well, actually, the Punishers came for the birthday party we did for the two twins.
Yeah, but I thought it was all kind of hooked together, though, wasn't it?
No, the twins
No.
weren't there playing for the game. we found out about them during the actual game. So then we did the birthday party for them, where we had the Punishers out to go give them rides and all kinds of stuff.
I seen that.
Yeah, and then we'll be doing the right for domestic violence with the Punishers. That's at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up.
Yeah, because I know Kieran, he looks forward to that. I guess he goes with you in the chase car.
We took him once, yeah, for one of the rides.
Did you?
That was just a 80-mile thing up into the mountains and back the same day.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
This other ride's 600 miles.
So he just went on a portion of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love the guy, but he talks right now like he's the president, but not the president of the Punishers. He wouldn't want to be the president of the U.S. But
Probably do a good job.
better.
It's true.
Better. Yeah. So we got Dave on tonight. I haven't had Dave here for quite a while.
I know, it's our teammate Paintball Dave.
Absolutely right. Yeah. And what's really cool too is all 4 people that are on here tonight are on the band. And I got band members.
At least 2 of us are.
Huh? Right?
Yeah. Got band members watching. John. Oh, let me see. I have to go all the way back. Yeah, we got some great people watching here tonight. It's been pretty cool. I still haven't been able to get it back on flagpole. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were waving at me.
No, I was waving at Steve.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because it's like back in the school days when you wanted to talk,
checked.
you raise your hand. So
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty good. So yeah, I'm still trying to get the flagpole back on because they stopped putting groups on, so I have to run it on my regular page now. But I've had a few people try to give me a hand with it, and it's a little complicated. I think I need to take my computer someplace and let them do it.
No, I can probably help you out.
You think so?
Probably.
Okay. Well, I'll probably let you.
He can help you out.
Oh, I know. I've been with him. Yeah, he's a pretty smart guy. That's I hate to tell it to his face though, because then his head swells, his hat doesn't fit, just nothing works for him. So
Andy can do this.
Luckily, the band hats are adjustable. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, there you
out.
go. I guess then I can go ahead and give you some kudos.
All right, go ahead.
Can make it bigger. Oh, Dave's head swelling too.
See, there you go.
Oh, wow. I guess me and Bud, the only 2 down to earth people on here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love it. What's this? Fred? Oh, told you to call me. Ryan, I might, but I got to tell you, the problem is, Ryan, my daughter sent me a thing too, and I got on it on my phone. This lady's telling me, do this, do this, do this, do this. And, obviously it was quicker than my mind could comprehend and function. So, that's kind of where I ran into a snag. So, yeah, Ryan's pretty good at it too. When you're not traveling, you ever land any place long enough, Ryan, to do something like that? So I can restore you in your PC. I'm going to take you up on that, Ryan. Ryan Courtney. Dave, I don't know if you know Ryan Courtney, but that's another one that you want to get a chance to know too. I try to push all the really good people in this sport, people that I think are worth pushing, and Andy, because I just think that they're good, and I like people that work outside of the sport of paintball to bring people into the sport, because we don't want to keep living off ourselves. We want new people in the sport, like Noah Hendrick bringing new people in, Ryan Courtney, Paul Farrell. Andy does a great job bringing people in. So
sometimes.
No, you do pretty good. You do pretty good. I toot your horn because you deserve it. Hey, Gino.
Gino's on.
Yeah. Yep.
What's my
Hold on, Gino. Yeah, everybody they love my reproduction of Gino right here that I got his Velkin shirt. You like that, Dave? Yeah. I've been working on it. Yeah, it's got WCPL. The only thing is a mustache. I got to get the goatee, so I got the sculptor coming in next week. He's going to fix that up for me. But I want you to know, Gino, you're looking great, buddy. Absolutely are. And I love Velkin and his daughter. His daughter is such a trip. She is a little doll.
Oh, she's
And
a cutie and a half,
she
boy.
is a little doll.
Eh?
And man, she's going to be a horse lady too. Holy smokes.
Right.
She is, absolutely incredible. But we love
There's
you,
not-
Gino. You're cool. I can't believe you're up this late. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool,
Sure.
you know. Yeah, most old guys aren't up this late. I like that. So, looking forward to seeing you in St. Louis too. That's going to be a good time like last year. You were really great. She's something.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you're Gino right here. Yeah, she's something. We're in big trouble. You think you're in big trouble now, man?
You're not in big
Wait
trouble.
till she's a 10 years old on up. But you better get a second job because clothes are expensive. I had nothing but girls. God,
Right.
they kill you. Gotta love them, but man, they kill you. Is what it is. So, yeah, we wanted to have Dave on tonight because I hadn't had Dave on for quite a while. And I
Sure.
sent Andy an invite because, just Andy and Bud, I like those guys jumping on. You know, they're a lot of fun to have on. And what's new in your world, Andy? Because we've been talking VM68. So we've been talking about Dave's fantastic field that he had that he hasn't had now.
Hasn't
And
had.
yeah, and then we've been talking about it got a little wet up there in Wisconsin and Iowa.
Yeah.
So they had like 3 feet of water, he said.
Yeah.
Kenny Chavis
Yeah.
in Iowa said that they've been flooded out. He said they've been flooding out
Right.
everywhere there.
We're at 7 feet over flood stage, actually, where I am, but that just gets me 3 feet underwater. And
Wow,
or
really?
it just gives me 3 feet of water, and I'm up on stilts, and
Wow.
so I don't
Oh,
really
wow.
get wet because we're
How about
used
your
to it.
trailer?
No, that's what I'm talking about. The trailer.
Got it.
That's up on stilts,
Wow, yeah.
and so but 7 feet is crazy. Yeah.
Jennifer Montressor said to take care.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. Hey, she
Yeah.
is.
Oh, she is. I love that girl. Really do.
Oh, yeah,
She's
we love Jen.
yeah.
Mhm.
In the morning, she's a nurse. So she goes to work like at 4 o'clock in the morning. So where she's at right now, it's almost 10 o'clock. So when I used to start at 7, she'd even stay up to be on the show. And, the show wouldn't even start until 10 o'clock her time. So, and now we got Andy working again. So, Andy, you look like you got a little sunburnt today.
Oh, no, I'm sunburned every day. That's what happens when you spend all day outside.
Yeah.
How's it going? Is it working out good for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. It's just brutally hot outside.
Good.
That seems
Yeah.
to be everywhere in the country. So, it's like, hey.
Got
Hey,
it.
what town are you in? And,
Aurora.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we went there, I went out to Dynamic Paintball last year where I had the Ellie Remember Foundation. And first of all, Dynamic Paintball was great. The owner, absolutely fabulous. Really,
Mike
really was. Mike,
and
yeah,
Heather.
had a great time. What impressed me more than anything was his fill stations, his supply tanks. So he took me in there. What he did, Bud, was he's got these tanks that are about this big around that he took off buses that they used to use for not gas, but for propane or something like that. Anyhow, they were high pressure tanks. They're about this big around, and they're
Yep.
about maybe 7 feet long. He had like 6 of them. He says he sits, he fills them up like on Friday, and he said he's almost good for the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh man, we got Bricktop watching us. What's going on, Bricktop? You guys get a chance, you need to watch him. I believe he is on Wednesdays, early 30, and great guy. Another great guy for paintball too. I got to meet him a couple
Oh,
years
he's a
ago.
riot.
Oh, he is. I got to
Yeah.
meet him a couple years ago. Him and his partner. down at Tommy's thing,
World
the
Cup.
NXL, yeah, down at World Cup. Great guys. So yeah, I'd like to have him on my show sometime. He's definitely a riot. Him
Oh, yeah.
and his him and his partner, fun. All right, and Jennifer says, "Good night, great show. We love you, Jen.
Now
You
she's
take it
going
easy,
to bed.
sweetheart." Yeah, she gets up at 4 o'clock, man.
I know.
Yeah,
She's a
4 o'clock.
machine.
That's about when I go to sleep.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I sleep about 4 hours a night. It's
Yeah.
all I've ever slept. I don't know why. I can lay down. I can take a sleep for a half hour, 45 minutes, and I felt like I just slept 8 hours. I am wide awake.
Yeah, but every
Uh-huh.
time I call you during the day, you're taking a nap. So don't lie to the public.
What happened? No, it froze. What did you say? I didn't hear it, seriously.
I said that every time I try to call you during the day, your wife says you're taking a nap. So don't lie to the public.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
she's snitching
You,
me out
you
now.
get that too, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, she's snitching me out. Well,
She
that's
answers
the
your phone.
45 minutes
Sorry.
I'm talking about. That's the 45 minutes I'm talking about.
Well,
Oh,
remember
yeah.
last year in St. Louis, Bud, we were all at the flag station and Fred was over there sleeping. So I had to wake
Yeah.
him up and be like, Captain, the game's about to start.
I was faking it because I didn't want to run anything back. So,
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. You looking forward to it this year?
oh, heck yeah.
Uh-oh.
Good.
Yes.
Tommy Cole's playing with us this
Uh-huh.
year.
Yep.
Yep, it should
Isn't
be a
that
lot of fun.
something?
At least I know Tom won't shoot me in the back of the head.
Well, not intentionally, I mean, you haven't got all the friends you think you do. But
Well,
anyhow,
You said it wasn't intentional either, but
I slipped. I told you I
you
slipped.
just needed bigger glasses so you could see that farther down the field.
Well, I've got magnifying lenses now on my goggles,
Okay.
so I think that's going to help.
We're just going to get you a heads-up display that's got little red dots.
Well,
Everybody
the
on
problem is,
page.
the problem is, you got such a large head. It was such an easy target.
I know.
It's just Andy's the only guy that walks off the field. Everybody going, I got 11 of them. I'm like, there's only 10 in the game, buddy.
That's because I shot 10 band guys and one of our opponent.
Oh, oh, you always have to updo me, don't you?
Right?
I love it.
Hey,
Dave, you're going to make it down to St. Louis this year?
I
to
am
hang
going to
out?
make it this. I am going to make it down to St. Louis. I may not
Excellent.
play on Saturday.
No, you don't
But,
have to play. You got to come
but
and hang out.
I'm coming for dinner.
Ah, there you
Absolutely.
go.
Yeah,
kind of guy.
absolutely. Yeah. So
My kind of guy. I love it.
it,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Looking
can't
forward to
wait.
seeing everybody, actually.
right.
Bud, you're going to be there this year, right?
Oh yeah.
the Preds are going to be there too.
Yeah, I
Yep.
guess they're
Yeah.
a couple guys short, the way I understand it. I talked to Chip today. Chip Kurtz. Love that guy. Anyhow, yeah, he called me today, so we talked for a while. And I guess the Preds might be a couple guys short, but they're coming over. So
yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll have to take my new 180R and go become a Predator.
Wow.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Hey.
There we go. And it begins.
If they need a guy to guard the flag, I'd be happy to stand there, man.
Yeah.
But think of this, Dave. I could stand on the other side of the field while we're playing and yell at Fred, don't shoot me. I'm over here. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, that's our guy.
Yeah. Well,
See?
that's because my miracle ear wasn't turned up. That's why. I couldn't hear you. Just because you're waving a white flag, that means nothing to me.
Right?
Jeez.
Oh God, yes.
We love
Yeah.
each other. We know it.
Bud goes, this is off the rails now.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's late to start.
There you go. Well, but do we have
After-
a good time in St. Louis? So really, is that
Yeah.
a great time?
We
Every
do, but
time.
off the rails cap is giving Bud a Sharpie when
Yeah.
we're in St. Louis. This is
Oh,
not
no.
off the rail.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Give Bud
That
a
was
Sharpie, and now we're going off the rails.
That was hilarious. Yeah.
That was the Are we talking about the penis on the forehead?
Yeah, that's
Well,
infrared.
we're not going to
Okay.
mention it, but yeah, that's what we're
All
talking
right,
about.
just checking. I just was checking that, not that I was there. I wasn't there. I didn't
I
see
know, but
anything.
you wanted a copy. That was the bad part.
Yeah.
What was
Yes.
it? The
Well,
guy's name? The guy's name was Dick, wasn't it?
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
before or after no, forget
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
He was the head of the group.
Yeah.
it. That took a lot of balls to say that.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Well,
Oh
Well,
God.
Andy, you're going to sleep good tonight,
that was.
anyhow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Dave, you're getting a little dark.
Yeah. The sun went down, and I've got no lights on. I can do that. I can do that.
Well, at least you got power because there's a whole bunch of people in Houston right now that don't. So
Yeah, I know.
Oh
They
yeah.
got.
It's
till later.
sad.
I think
Yeah.
yesterday they said something about 2.5 million people without power for a small
Yeah,
period of time.
my
Wow.
daughter's one of them,
Oh, really?
and a lot of other players that are friends of ours and stuff down there.
Yeah, because they've got that that storm going through there. I don't know if it's still going through, but
No, it's cleared out. The hurricane, yeah, it cleared
yeah,
out, but
did it?
2.5 million people without power.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Yeah, out here we just worry about forest fires, and then it gets so hot, everybody puts their air conditioners on, and that shuts down the PG&E up here. So I got a generator backup, thank God. So
Yeah, and y'all got your cars plugged in too, so that don't help.
no, yeah, I don't. No plug in here. You know, that's amazing too. Not that I'm down on because I think they're kind of cool. But what would happen if everybody had a plug-in car? What is that going to do to our electrical grid? Yeah, it's not
Uh,
going to be able to
Crash it.
handle that. You
You
know,
can't handle it now.
out here,
It can't hardly handle it now. You're
no,
right.
yeah, and
It's
the problem is out here is they taken first of all they've been stealing the cables from the charging things to take the seriously to take the
Copper.
copper out of them. Yep. But on the other hand, they go and they charge. It costs like $40 to charge, and some of these guys can only go 180 miles on $40 charge. Now, $40 even with gas on those small cars, you can go at least 260, 270 miles.
Sure.
You know,
You can make it to
so
Vegas.
I just don't understand. I just don't
Yeah.
get it. So Kevin Mack says it's going to supply the electrical grid. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to see. Kevin Mack, by the way, guys, is going to play with the band. He's guesting on the band with us in St. Louis. So
Nice.
yeah. So we've got a good guy coming in. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But yeah,
Can you
go ahead.
We may have a
imagine
few members who aren't playing, like me.
Yeah, we do. And I'm
Yeah.
what I'm
I
trying to
know
do
other
is
guys that are hurt.
yeah, and just like me, I'm going to go there. I'm going to play, but I'm probably not going to play every game. But what I want to do is I want to bring in people that can represent the band, like the people in the band. Okay, the people that are in this team, I consider to be some of the best people in the sport of paintball. And what they do is it's not just about playing the game; it's about supporting our sport, bringing new people into our sport, showing people that don't play paintball what a great bunch of guys are and how much fun it can be to go do this. That's what it's about. So when we bring somebody into our team, I just like bringing in guys that I think are deserving of being playing on the team, whether they guest or whether they become a part of the team, because becoming a part of this team is very, very difficult.
Well, it makes it real easy
Yeah.
to get the kids into the game because I can go, look, kids, we brought out, all these guys from the retirement home to play. And if they can do it, you can do it. And it's just it instantly works and they start playing.
There you go. Hey, Bud, get your Sharpie out because we're going to need it in St. Louis.
Yeah. I'll bring my Santa Claus outfit. So,
Oh,
Right.
there
There
you
you
go. I got to tell you, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And Kevin says he's looking forward to it. Kevin, we're going to, we appreciate you guesting on the band too. You're going to, it's hard to explain the people on the band. You know, if you're thin skinned, you really don't want to hang around with this group.
No.
But, you know,
no.
if you're just into having a good time with some terrific people, the band is the place to hang. Am I right, Bud?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You don't know what's going to come at you, but be prepared because
Yeah.
it's coming. It's coming, no
Well,
matter
it usually
what.
comes from you. I think you're speaking from
Well,
experience.
some of it.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. You got awful quiet there. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, he's thinking.
Yeah.
Paul Flynn says yes.
Can't you see the fumes? I mean, the
Oh yeah.
smoke.
I can. I can. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's see. May need to drive down and come and hang, Fred.
Yeah, you should come, Ryan.
Ryan, Courtney, by God, Ryan,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, buddy, if you come down, I will let you guest on the band with us.
There you go.
That's how much I think of him. I think he's
Yeah.
a great, great guy. And, you know, he's always talking good. Everything I see, it's always a positive for paintball. It's never a negative. So, yeah, I think that would be absolutely great if you could come down there. You'd love it too. I got to tell you, hanging with these guys, I tell everybody that hanging with the band guys is an honor for me. You know, it's an absolute honor to hang with such good, genuine people. You know, not trying to be somebody else, just being who they are. And you know, when you can love somebody for who they are, then you got it going on. When you got to be somebody else to get somebody to love you, that's not how we work it. Period. And
Mhm.
I just like genuine people. You know. Even
Right.
even Andy, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's people who are not judgmental.
yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
There you
you
go.
know, those are my
Absolutely.
best
Yeah.
friends, man. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Because
always
holy
tell
cow, don't
people,
judge me.
Yeah.
always tell people they're real people. You know, they're not there to try and be like anybody
Right.
else. They're just being themselves. And a lot of paintballers aren't used to seeing that because, you know, somebody has to put on this big facade about, you know, who they are. And not us. It's what you see is what you get, you know.
Yeah,
So,
you're absolutely right, Bud. You know,
yeah.
and Bud told me something when I was down at his house a couple of years ago. He told me something. We were talking about podcasts and things like that, and he goes, "You know, what I enjoy," he says, "about watching you on your podcast," he goes, "is you're the exact same when I talk to you. You're the exact same when I talked to you years ago. It's like nothing changes, you know? So what makes it easy for me is I don't have to change. I like being who I am. You know, if you don't like me, big deal. One less Christmas card. You know, I can live with that. You know, because the
I don't think
people
you're going
that,
anywhere.
yeah, I know you don't. Well, you're the one I'm talking about. But you
I
know,
don't I don't
Good
send you a
comeback.
card, I
Good
don't
comeback.
think.
no,
It's
you used to. You used to,
October
but yeah.
14th, 15th.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh
Oh,
my God. Well, you know what, guys? We've gone over the
jeez.
hour. Guy Cooper finally
My
jumped
jaws are
on.
sore from smiling.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
know, and
Good for
I
you,
got to
Dave.
say hi to Guy Cooper. You know,
Guy
Guy,
Cooper's on
Hey, guy.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Guy's on
Hi,
right now.
Guy.
I actually want to put him on again sometime. Put him on sometime. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of history that goes with him, and
Hmm.
you know, he emails me all the time. He sent me some very cool things already. So sometime I would like to put Guy on. So Guy, we really appreciate you jumping in and watching us tonight. And I just want you to know you got a
Right?
friend here for sure, my friend. So
Yeah. He kind of
Yeah.
invented customizing guns, man.
well, he did a lot,
If
you know,
if
and
you needed
Scooter
a
Ball.
doodad or this or that, he had that shit
You remember
stuff.
Scooter Ball?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he sent me a shirt, an original Scooter Ball shirt and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I I don't know. The old school guys, for some reason, not because I got to live in that era and hang with these guys. There's just something about them that it's hard to explain to the kids nowadays. They just have a certain way about the way they talk, the way they handle themselves, the way they treat people. I just like the old school guys. They're pretty cool, and I love the new kids too because a lot of them are trying to replicate the old school guys, and I think that's terrific.
Yeah.
Really
Yep.
good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, we've gone over our hour. Andy, you're going to be the first to go tonight. I want to thank you for taking the time to jump in. I know you just got back from work and you jumped in to say hi to Dave and everybody. But I just want you to know, first of all, I love teasing you. You're one of my favorite
Right.
guys to tease. In fact, I got a list. I was going to go get it because I got a whole bunch of things to tease you about. But I'm going to save that for some other time. But I appreciate a lot you jumping on, man. You're a very good friend.
No, anytime, Cap.
I love
So-
you, brother. Love you.
Yeah, man. I love
You
you
too.
too. I will
Check
not
the,
tease you. I live too close to you. I will not tease you.
You're all right.
Now let's say
Y'all
goodbye to
talking
everybody.
Check
Goodbye,
the chat
everybody.
for the board chat too, bud, because we've got another player that just hit me up about needing help for, unfortunately, another murdered female from domestic violence situation. So we'll be dealing with that as soon as I get off of here.
I'll give you a
Wow.
call.
Jeez.
I'll give
Yep.
you a call.
Good luck.
All right,
Good
Andy.
luck.
You stay
Later.
safe, my friend. All right,
You
bye-bye.
too.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right, everybody else, Mr. Andy Stret,
Man.
Alley Remember Foundation.
Huh? Well,
Great
that guy
guy.
works miracles.
Oh, you know what? What I tell you what's good about him is I love
Gosh
hanging
darn
around
it.
with him. He is funny as hell. I mean, I do. I mean, in a battle of wits, he is not undefended. We
Yeah,
go
I-
back and forth, and that's just something I like. I'm not a thin-skinned guy. You can tell me to go screw myself, and that's fine.
But you try.
It
you know.
depends on the tone of your voice.
Depends if you mean it or not.
Yeah, well, they usually always mean it.
Oh,
Dave, I got to tell you,
my friends.
I want to have you back on again. Okay, can you
Sure.
come back on again in a few weeks?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it tonight, an awful lot.
Yeah, man.
Hang on in the green room, and I'll bring you back out, and we'll talk in a few minutes.
All right.
All right.
Let's say goodbye to everybody.
Take it later,
though.
brother.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
We love
Love
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody, Mr. Dave Rudick, Paintball Dave. I wish everybody could have went back in the day and seen his four-story paintball field. It was incredible. Absolutely loved it.
I
He's
actually
a
went
cool
there
guy,
and
huh,
played.
bud?
Oh yeah, no, I went and played there probably early '90s.
Yeah.
90,
That's about when I
91,
was there
somewhere.
too.
Yeah, yeah, I got at a great place, super great place. So I went there and then I went and lived with the bears for a week, wild bears. So
Oh yeah, I think I got pictures of that too.
yeah,
Yeah, I seen pictures of that. Well, Bud, I appreciate you taking the time to jump on tonight. Because I know
my
you're a very
pleasure.
good, you're a great friend of Dave's and Andy's, and
Mm.
I just want to thank you. You're just such a pleasure to hang with, and
Well,
I love
thank
it.
you. Yeah, feelings mutual.
Yep. Well, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Love you guys, and thanks for supporting everything with paintball. So I'll hope to see you soon. Love you guys. Take care.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. It's Mr. Bud Orr. Guys, I got to tell you, Ryan Courtney, Kevin Mack, Tony Diaz, James Stevens, the people that get to watch this show, I just feel so blessed that you guys watch this, that you take the time. Brian, Chad, so let me pop you up here real quick. All right, Brian, I am definitely looking to have you on the show sometime. So definitely stay in touch with me, please, because I get so many messages every day. Stay in touch with me, and I will make that happen. Everybody, I want to thank you again for watching tonight. Remember, individually, we can all do something for paintball. collectively, we can do a lot for paintball. So let's all work together. Let's forget the infighting. Let's work together. Until next week, please, on Facebook, everybody play hard, play safe, play fair, get out there and play paintball. See you next Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock Pacific time, everybody. Bye now.